And Ibrahim, Inna dhahibun ila rabbi sayahdin. When these questions arise in his heart, he said, I will go to my Lord, he will guide me. In other words, he's trusting in Allah. With all this stuff going on in the community and the neighborhood, he is saying, I will go to Allah, my Lord, and Allah will guide me, right? And this is what he was saying. Allah gave him a son. And of course, commentary says he was 86, and so that means by the time he gets full age, he's about 100 years old. He's an old man, hair's gray, glistening. And the older his son grows, the better he feels, the more proud and happy that he feels because his son is elevating and his son is growing and developing, right? And then he gets a message. I want you to sacrifice your greatest possession. So at the top of his career now, he's challenged, right, with his greatest challenge. Now, if you standing on the sidewalk and fall over, that ain't nowhere. If you standing on the table and fall over, that's one thing. But if you standing on the mountaintop at the highest peak of your career, right, then Allah says, I want you to sacrifice your greatest possession, right? I want you to cut his throat. I want you to put him down on this brick, this altar, hold his head back, pull his hair back, and cut his throat. This is what the Quran says, right? And he's saying what he done already said, Inni dhahibun ila rahbi sayyadin. This is, oh Allah, like, you lead me where I need to go. And Allah leads him there. And he's not bucking. He's not saying, wait a minute, Allah, I'm 100 years old now, and now you want me. You know I ain't going to have no more kids. And now, what kind of trick is this? What's up with you? That's what me and you, that's what we say to Allah. Allah, I've been wanting this Benz and this Cadillac and this, well, not Cadillacs nowadays, Rolls Royces. This Rolls Royce, this big old 7-8 bedroom house out in California, swimming pool, using up all the water that they need. Now I done got that. Now you want me to give it away to poor people or something. That's what what? Ibrahim is not challenging Allah. He's not saying, oh man, this is a white boy said, this is a bummer. That's what white folks say. This is a downer, man. Right? That's what white boys say. Niggas say it too sometimes. This is a downer. In other words, I'm up here real high, and now you bringing me down. Remember when you smoke? I guess y'all don't smoke weed no more. But remember when you get real high, somebody say something stupid, you say, man, don't bring me down. At least that's what we used to say, right? Don't mess up my high, man. That stuff you doing, throwing stuff out the window, acting a fool, you bringing me down. You know, it could be anything. He could not even. And so Ibrahim ain't saying it, man, this is a downer. No, he says, I'm going to turn to my Lord. He's going to guide me. Whatever he guides me to, that's what I'm going to do. That's why this wakala, that means he's saying, Inni dhahibun ila rahbi sayahdin. I will go to my Lord and he will guide me. Sometimes you ask for guidance, and you may not, especially the Negro, he don't necessarily like what he asks for. You ever, the sisters wanted to marry this big, beautiful, handsome man, or brothers that nice, beautiful sister, then you get married, you say, I don't know if I like that Negro. Boy, that boy is he's a trip, right? You didn't pray for them. He looks just like what you wanted. He got a little curly hair. He got some nice muscles. He got that deep look. And he's a bum. And you made a bad mistake. But you got what you prayed for. I remember some of the sisters was really, at the age they was wanting children bad. And they was praying, oh Allah. And then Allah gave them a whole crew. And Imam Musa, I don't know. I said, well, did you pray for non-serviceable children that you didn't have to change diapers, you didn't have to do that? No, I didn't pray for that. Well, you got what you asked for, didn't you? And they thought, yeah, I did. I got exactly well, then what's the problem? You got, Allah, I prayed for this, I wanted to be nice looking, hair like this, maybe some green eyes, anything like that. And then you got her and she was crazy, right? She was just crazy, that's all. She still had green eyes and curly hair and fairly light too, all of that. You prayed for that, you got it, and now you should have been more detailed about it. It's not that Allah didn't know what you wanted, but He gave you what you asked for. So you have your list. From now on, when y'all pray, you'd go detailed. Because Allah just might give you what you want, but it may not be what you need. So anyway, إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيله صفا كأنهم بنيان مرصوص. Truly, Allah loves those who fight in His cause in battle array, as if they were a solid cemented structure. Now, here in America, our struggle is somewhat different than other places. And the people that are in a certain region get the jihad or the struggle that they can bear. I remember in Chechnya when they was bombing Grozny, that's up there, the Soviet Union, and the Muslims up there, I mean, they houses was bombed and everything, and they was living up there at sub-zero. I mean, it is really bad up there. But they was doing it because they know that's their environment, right? And Palestinians right now, they build a house, Yahud come by and bulldoze it. They build another, Yahud come by and bulldoze it. Time after time after time. They're being bombed and murdered with the most sophisticated of bombs and weapons. Isn't that right? This is what's happening right now. But they are not giving up on their hope for a unified Palestine. They haven't given up. They're not even thinking about giving up, right? Because Allah gave them that we get behind on our rent and just get thrown out of the house, have our stuff outside, and we about to fall apart. I'm about to die. Right? They can stand it and they get thrown out of a house they just built from the ground up. Then they built it again and built it again. Allah give each group of people what they can usually bear. Now, you and I, we're living here in America, right up under you-know-who. And a lot of people would love to be where we are, but they wouldn't want to be getting what we got before. Because a lot of people, they don't know where we're coming from. They come here, they say, man, the Negroes over there, really, they're, what did white folks say, they're shiftless, they're lazy, they, a few little attributes, characteristics they give us. And if you look right now, you'll see most of the people in the movies right now are Africans from Africa, right? If you see politicians running right out here, you see Muhammad so-and-so, right? He's from overseas. He haven't experienced America. When he came here, he saw that you wouldn't lift a finger to do nothing. But he haven't lived here all that time. And see that every time you reached up to snatch something, they whacked at your hand, they drowned you, they lynched you, they did all of that. So after a while, you may not try no more, or you may cooperate a little bit in the system, right? He don't know that. Now, the same European that worked on me and you was over there killing his parents. They were suffering under colonialism. But he escaped over here and he thought, oh, I can go do what I want. I can do. And so he goes on out because he don't have a glass ceiling. You know what I mean? And then in the movies, they like him to play the parts of Martin Luther King because the guy playing Martin Luther King may not understand what Martin Luther King was really about. Isn't that right? He read a few books on him. Well, they might have Tuskegee Airmen. They didn't come from here. They may not, they understand some of their colonial and post-colonial struggle, but they don't understand the particular struggle that we was involved in. So to us, this is a call for you and I to stand up and do the things that we need to do for ourselves right now. That's why the Quran says, Inna Allaha yuhibbul ladina yukatiluna. Allah loves those people. Now, they use yukatiluna, that means to cut, to struggle, to fight. For here, it don't necessarily mean a physical fight, because right now we may have, our job might be something else right now. And we'll talk about that at another time. Yukatiluna fi sabilihi. If you do this struggle, fi sabilillah, in the cause of Allah, right? For the purpose of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Saffan ka'annahum bunyanun marsusun. Just like you a solid cemented structure, right? That means can't nobody get in between you. You won't allow nobody to come and divide you up. For us, they always got some Negroes want to come and get us to fight with them. In California, they had Negroes in and out of the Masjid trying to start a fight. But I told my sons, because they came there and they said, we'll move on that. They had their whole little crew. I said, you stay out of my business because you don't know what this is about. Right now, them Negroes is in hot water. Very hot water. But we wasn't going to do like, have you noticed, whether it's black gangs, whether it's black, that there's no syndicate of Negroes in the United States, whether legal or criminal. It's one for everybody else. Italians have a syndicate, Jews have a syndicate, right? Irish syndicate, Bugs Moran, them, all them guys, right? No Negro syndicate. Out of all the dope that Negroes sell in the United States, there's no national Negro organization. And I'm not going to tell you, but of course that's what my goal was. But you see what pretty soon I just had to leave. The idea, we're not having no organized Negroes in America. This dope we giving you to sell to all them niggas is to keep them disunified. If you want to fight each other, we'll give both of you all the guns you need. Isn't that right? As long as you shooting each other, but you better not aim nothing you got at me, right? That's almost what they're saying. They don't have it down in words, but that's what they mean. Anywhere in the United States, it will break your heart. Black people laying out in the streets in Chicago and L.A. Well, D.C. is not that good a record of black-on-black cooperation, right? Tell the truth. D.C. used to be the number one, a little old D.C., well, it's a little bigger now. What was it? 400 something, almost 500 Negroes killing each other per year. Sometimes they'd have in the newspaper whole plots and charts. Sometimes 13 Negroes that hit each other and they splattered all over the street, right? And if the police would come right over here, when the Negroes was doing all that, they'd take their guns and throw them in them bushes, them same bushes right over there. Police come, niggas throw the gun in the bushes. The Negroes come, he start unloading on them. Something was wrong with us then, and there's something wrong now. People talk about how tough they are. It's like in the old days, down in the South. Man, that's a bad nigga there. He done killed 19 niggas. I mean, y'all may not be old enough to remember, but it would be a real bad guy in town. He would have killed a lot of blacks. Not a single cracker. Not a single cracker. He ain't even raised his voice at no cracker. Anyway, truly Allah loves those who fight in his cause in battle array as if they were a single solid cemented structure. Fighting in our way, in Allah's way, in this environment may be fighting together against the common